Do you want to finally lose all your excess fat, improve your happiness and health, whilst increasing your confidence? And do you want to do this effortlessly? Then this is my practical no bullshit guide on making fat loss effortless, coming from someone who's recently been through this journey. I started my fat loss journey 4 years ago, with the same goals as you in mind. I was unhappy and unhealthy, and I didn't like going on pictures because of shame. I know you're tired of fat loss videos like these, who all trick you into buying some fat gummy product in the middle and then it doesn't really help in the end. Or you have been fooled by transformation videos like these, where the person in the video already had a muscular basis and it was just a matter of muscle memory that made their transformation look insane. Before we start, I would like to do some assuming first. You are between 13 and 30 years old, and you clicked on this video specifically because it said effortless fat loss. I assume you believe that effortless equals easy, which in this case, it actually does. Your fat loss journey has probably looked something like this. You hop on an aggressive diet immediately, say maybe the military diet, which promises you to lose like 8 pounds in a week, and because of that, you don't really have any good workout sessions because you're just so tired all the time from eating too little calories. You burn out and then you regain all the weight, or you might become even heavier than you were at your starting point. And I used to do this as well all the time, and I would always fall for it. And this is how I looked like 8 months ago, and this is me now. And all of this was possible due to a change in mentality, which we will talk about in a minute. You have to forget everything you know about fat loss right now because it actually exists of two parts. We have the mental part and then the physical part. And you can feel this as an elastic or a rubber band. So when you pull one very hard, it's just going to snap back at your face at some point and it's going to hurt you. So analyze this, all right? What you've probably been doing is focusing too much on the physical aspect of fat loss. So you've been dieting and you've been doing all of this stuff, you've been maybe doing your cardio and whatever, but at a certain point it just doesn't want to stretch anymore. And then it stops. And then you come back to your starting point and like I said, you regain all of the weight that you had lost. I have devised a step-by-step guide for you to follow along, which will help you achieve your fat loss goals. In the link in the description, you will find the NHS mental health quiz. So you're going to answer a couple questions and then you'll get a score for your depression and for your anxiety. So make sure you note this down somewhere so you can keep track of it. And basically, this test is going to prove to you that your mental health absolutely sucks and that it probably should be a priority to fix it as soon as possible. Step 1. Start by keeping a gratitude journal, which is written on paper, not on your phone. Every day, write 3 things that you're grateful for in full sentences. For example, I am grateful for my water bottle because it kept me hydrated whilst editing a YouTube video. You do this in order to drive as much positivity into your brain as possible. I suggest that you do this first thing in the morning, and if you're unable to do that, then just do it right before you go to bed because you probably had something during the day that you were grateful for, so just note that thing down. Step 2. Start meditating for 5 minutes a day. Meditation separates you from your thoughts, allowing you to observe them from a distance. It helps you to live in the present moment instead of worrying about the future or suffering from the past, which in other words is just depression and anxiety. You've had countless negative thoughts about, for example, your body, weight, or maybe appearance or anything else. These negative thoughts have crushed your self-esteem, self-belief, and self-image. You do not believe that you're able to lose weight anymore simply because you have let negative thoughts affect you. With meditation, you live in the present, where these thoughts don't mean anything. Step 3. Visualizations, which is also the most important of any of this. You have to visualize your absolute 10 out of 10 body, because this is what is going to drive you through those tough days when you feel like quitting, because you won't put in the effort for just a 4 out of 10 or maybe a 5 out of 10. In the description, I have linked a video to my guided visualization video, as this is something that's quite hard to get into when you're just a beginner. So I recommend that you watch that and practice it every single day. Myself, I'm doing these things every single day, not for fat loss anymore, but for muscle building because now I'm bulking. So I visualize, meditate, and gratitude journal every single day, and I will do it for the rest of my life. Alright, so after doing this for 2 weeks, you'll notice that you have automatically made adjustments to your diet. You're eating healthier foods effortlessly without paying any thought to it. Now you can start to build a proper diet, which results into more fat loss, because proper mental health plus a proper diet equals optimized fat loss. You have to eat between 120 to 160 grams of protein. The smaller your frame is, the closer you should stick to 120 grams, and vice versa. Always try to be in a caloric deficit of 15% to lose weight. Calculate maintenance calories by taking your body weight in pounds and multiplying that by 14 to 16. The more fat you have, go for 14, and the leaner you are, go for 16. Then subtract 15% by that. And that's the amount of calories that you need to eat to lose fat. I suggest you track this in any tracking app like MyFitnessPal. Your improved mental health will make it so that you naturally choose healthier options instead of junk food. Alright, we have discussed the mental part. Now it's time for the physical part. For the best results, you have to start lifting weights. You should pick a routine that is best for your situation and needs. A workout routine will look completely different for a parent compared to the training split of a teenager. Since you're cutting, it could be quite difficult to follow heavy splits like 5-3-1. But here are some general guidelines. If you are a newbie in the gym, go for 3 times a week full body splits. If you're intermediate and above, you should be able to choose whatever you want, like 4 times a week upper lower. As for cardio, do not overdo it. You'll eat your own muscles and thus your fat loss process will be damaged. Do cardio maybe 2 or 3 times a week and do low interval intensity training. In short, optimize your training to make it as fun as possible for yourself. Tracking. You have to start stepping on the scale every day. You'll notice that your weight fluctuates a lot. Look at these examples. By seeing these fluctuations happen, you'll learn that it's just part of the natural process. Seeing a higher weight on the scale sometimes will not frustrate you at all. Look for a decrease in weight every 3 weeks. I suggest you track this into the health app from Apple or something similar. Try to take at least a progress picture once a week. Look for differences in your body every 2 months. After about 4 or 5 months, you'll notice that your family members and friends have started pointing out to you that you look leaner and just better overall. For example, only recently my barber told me that I look way leaner than a couple of months ago. Comments like these will make the journey worth it. I hope that you're able to take value from this guide and implement it to improve your own fat loss journey. I am finally going on pictures, and I'm even smiling on them. Promise me to try this because you have nothing to lose, only something to gain. I am Deenie, and I want to help improve your life, one level at a time.